All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Tickets, Please. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather because of because of work being stuck in the cold weather. Having a window to the outside world and having to continuously open and close it has kind of done wonders to my voice. But luckily, since I am actually going to be able to be here for the nomination reveals, I thought I would be watching the whole thing live and reacting, and then maybe doing a little commentary post nominations. Um, I got everything with me. I got some caffeine right here. I got the lights going, and oh yes, I got a microphone in case I need to drop it at some point. Particularly if one of these surprise long shots end up showing up. But yeah, I'm not gonna actually show the Oscar reveals because nominations as they happen because of copyright infringement. I don't want to get DMCA'd here, so yeah, I'm just gonna be reacting here. But okay. Yeah, all right, I think it is like maybe 30 seconds for it to begin. So I am taking a look at this, and then maybe we'll, like I said, I'm going to probably do some commentary afterwards. I think what's going to probably happen here is they're going to do film, director, and then the four nominees, and then the rest of it's just going to happen. So, yeah, here we go. It looks like it's just now beginning. Rachel Sennott and Bowen Yang, I think, are doing doing the nominations this year as far as reviewing them. So I probably expect some humor here. But let's be honest, it's kind of been a tough year for the California area because of the all the fires and everything. It's definitely tragic, especially with a lot of people losing their homes as a result of it. So I think it was the right call to delay it a couple of times, but I think they're kind of ready for it now. So let's see what the heck happens. Okay. Yeah, they're touching on their opening remarks. It looks like they're mentioning the resiliency and the global film community uniting and everything. So obviously they had to pay tribute to it at the beginning. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, here we go. The presenters are heading up. Bowen Yang and Rachel Sennott. I think Sennott's got a couple of these films now on Netflix. I think that reviews those, and of course, Bowen Yang is from Wicked and Saturday Night Live, among other things. I'm not really sure how they choose them, but I do think they probably. I'm kind of thinking they probably have to pick people that are on the young side of things. So, yeah. Basically, the nightmare of the substance brought back to life. Anyway, um, here we go. Starting things off with supporting actor. And it starts with Yura Borisov for Menorah, Kieran Culkin for Real Pain, Edward Norton for Guy Pearce, and Jeremy Strong. Okay, I think we're 5 for 5. No Macklin, no Washington. Costume design. Okay. That was what I was expecting to see right away. A Complete Unknown. Conclave. Gladiator 2. Nosferatu. And Wicked. Yep. And none of these are real shocks so far. Makeup and hairstyling. Okay. A Different Man. Okay, that got in. Amelia Perez. Nosferatu. The Substance gets its first mention, and Wicked. Okay. Makes perfect sense here. Original score. The Brutalist. Yep. Conclave. Emilia Perez. Wicked. The Wild Robot. Okay. Animated films are actually doing okay so far because most years it's just the animation nomination. Looks like The Wild Robot's starting to break through here. Live action short film. Aline. All right. Anuja. I'm Not a Robot. The Last Ranger. And The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. Okay. I might have gotten 3. Maybe. I'll have to look at it. And probably do a separate video for that one. Animated short film. That's next. Beautiful Men. In the Shadow of the Cypress. Magic Candies. Okay, that was complete shock. Wonder to Wonder. Yuck. No Bear of Wojak apparently making the cut here. But, you know, shorts are always a bit of a gamble. Adapted screenplay. Okay, they are really skipping back and forth. A Complete Unknown. Conclave. Emilia Perez. Nickel Boys. Okay, that makes it. Sing Sing actually does get a nomination for this. Okay. Yeah, I think I overthought things a bit here. I kind of thought Sing Sing would collapse as a result of it missing out Best Picture, but apparently not so much. Original Screenplays X. Anora. The Brutalist. A Real Pain. Okay. September 5. That's the first time we've mentioned her name. The Substance. Yep. I kind of felt like the Cannes nomination for screenplay would give Coralie Verger a nod here. I'm not so sure she would so because... well, never mind. We're going for supporting actress now. This is the category one wants to see. Monica Barbaro called it. Ariana Grande. Felicity Jones. Isabella Rossellini. Zoe Saldana. Okay. No real shock here. I was right about Barbaro. I was not right about Felicity Jones. I kind of thought, like a lot of people, that the Brutalist, I didn't think she was going to get in there, but hey, she did. Okay, I don't think we're anywhere near close to being done. Truth is, so far, there hasn't been a real shock so far. Everything is pretty much as it was predicted to be for so far, and that's fine. Not everything has to be a complete and utter surprise. So far, so good for everything. No real shocks. I'm still wondering, back of my mind, is maybe the acting category we're going to surprise? Or perhaps documentary? Could No Other Land actually miss out? I don't know. But, you know, right now they're in commercial, so it's just all speculation until they actually drop the nominations. Keep that in mind. I think the way things are going, maybe that door I still have no clue what that 10th nomination is going to be now. Um, I mean, it's starting to look like The Substance could be doing something. It looks like Real Pain could be doing something. So those two feel pretty solid. But that 10th nominee is going to be the real determiner between somebody doing really well and doing only kind of well. I don't know. I kind of thought it might be All We Imagines Light. Maybe Nickel Boys did come in under the wire and grab that last spot. Who knows? Maybe Sing Sing gets there. But you definitely notice that Macklin did not make the cut there, so I feel a little less confident in that one. Maybe September 5th gets in as best as that 10th nominee. I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you, so far it's, like I said, it's largely going according to plan. No real, what? I don't know. Maybe it's me spending a little too much time with Reddit. Maybe spending a little too much time with these award predictors. But nothing I've seen so far has really jumped off the screen and made me go, wait a minute. How did that get there? All right. I think maybe they're coming back with more. Because, you know, they usually reveal Best Picture and everything. So okay. Here it looks. Yep, there's also going to be Best Original Song. It looks like that's heading out there as well. But if I had to guess anything, sure thing for either of these, I think El Mal for Best Song and Best Picture. I wouldn't be surprised to see Nora the Brutalist, but let's be real. I don't know. Are live reactions normally kind of a little bit dull? I'm just kind of wondering. Okay, I guess they had to take a break because the Oscar group took a break, but they're back now, and for some reason they're dancing. Okay, it looks like both of them have worked together in comedy in New York City, and there you go. That kind of clicks why the two of them are doing the telecast together. All right, let's take a look at the original song. El Mel from Amelia Perez. The Journey for the 6888, the Diane Warren number. Like a Bird from Sing Sing. That's an interesting call. Mi Camino from Amelia Perez. And Never Too Late from Elton John. Okay, that came out of nowhere, but not really. I mean, Elton John does have a couple of Oscars to his name, so why the heck not? Black Box Diaries, okay. No Other Land, alright. No Daughters, Porcelain War. Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat. Sugarcane. Okay. So Daughters misses out. It doesn't look like Netflix got any nominations for documentary. Documentary short film, here we go. Death by Numbers. I Am Ready, Warden. Incident. Instruments for a Beating Heart. The Only Girl in the Orchestra. Okay, Netflix does get a short documentary nomination there. Okay. I mean, I kind of feel bad for Daughters. I saw it, I thought it was pretty good, but, you know, I'm Still Here. The Girl with the Needle, Emilia Perez. The Seat of the Sacred Fig. A lot of people thought that would get in. Flow from Latvia. Very outside of the Brazil film. Pretty European. Okay, Flow shouldn't have been a huge shock, I guess. The Girl with the Needle is a bit of a surprise. It's sort of the same sort of body horror, I think, that The Substance was. All right, you got Flow, Inside Out, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. Okay, no shocks. That's very easy. 5 for 5 right there. Okay. Production design is 6. The Brutalist. All right. Conclave. Dune 2. Nosferatu. Nosferatu is coming up a few times, by the way. Wicked. Okay. Yeah, no, these are real shocks here. Film editing. Anora. Some people thought Sean Baker would miss here. The Brutalist. Conclave. Emilia Perez. Wicked. No Dune Part 2 here. Apparently, that's interesting. Perhaps speaking to its chances of making the cut for Best Picture. Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. All right, that looks like 3 nominations for that film. Oh, wait. They didn't get it? No, they didn't get it for song, but yeah, that's still solid. Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Wicked. All right, visual effects. Yeah. I mean, I saw that little dance number for Rock DJ from Better Man on YouTube and definitely deserved. Probably should have done a little more than that, but hey, at least it's getting nominations somewhere. Anyway, cinematography, The Brutalist, Dune 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, actually getting in, Nosferatu, no mention of, all right, that's something, that's something. Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, for Best Actor, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. I think some thought he might have missed. Ray Fiennes for Conclave. Sebastian Stan from The Apprentice. And he got to say to Daniel Craig for Queer, "You're fired." Definitely a miss for him, but I can see why some people might have had issues there. Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez. Mikey Madison for Anora. Demi Moore for The Substance. Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. I guess the wrong person, but yeah, I think that was a deserved nomination as well. I mean, let's be honest. If you're kind of high up there, odds are you probably did deserve that nomination. Directing, we got Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown. Interesting. Emilia Perez. And A Substance for Corley Farge. Okay, Edward Berger kind of gets host again, but on the plus side, there is a woman that ends up making the top 5, and there are some people that are worried about that. And it still managed to also have room for Mangoat. Anyway, nominations for Best Picture now. We got Anora. Okay, All We Imagine Light Is Out. The Brutalist. A Complete Unknown. Conclave. Dune Part 2. All right, these are all basically no shocks here. Emilia Perez. I'm Still Here gets a nomination. What? Nickel Boys? Oh, wow. Somebody's getting hosed now. The Substance and Wicked. There is no real pain that made the field. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. That is something. All right. Now let's take a look at the analysis. There we go. Okay. Let's start with Best Picture. I think nobody had I'm Still Here in the mix here. Nickel Boys does get in by in the last minute. Good on them. The big shock here is the real paint is out, which I think isn't going to affect Best Picture much as it will affect Best Supporting Actor. But what I can tell right now is that I still think we got like 5-6 Best Picture nominees that could win this thing, depending on where you have a complete unknown. But I definitely think Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked are all still in running. I think a complete unknown has a chance. We'll see how that goes. That is your Best Picture one. Next up is Lead Actor. Okay, there we go. No real shock here. I think that's Rafe Fiennes, not Ray Fiennes here. But sorry, Deadline, I have to call you out. Okay, but I think maybe the AI controversy might help affect Adrian Brody's chances of winning, depending on how big an issue it is. I still think Ray Fiennes is probably number 2, with Chalamet being maybe a spoiler. Perhaps taking a shade from 2002 when it was Jack Nicholson versus Daniel Day-Lewis, and Brody ended up winning for that award for The Pianist. But that could be it's a possibility, but we'll have to see how the other awards shake out here. Best Actress. Okay, Torres got in, not Marianne Jean-Baptiste, but I still think it's between Moore and Madison. I'm not completely ruling out Madison coming back and winning. But Moore does have the narrative going in her favor right now, and I could see maybe the Golden Globe glow maybe affecting how the rest of that race goes. Supporting actor, I think Culkin had been the favorite in a... He had been a favorite of the Academy because he had been a favorite up to now, but I think Real Pain missing out could affect his chances. Maybe opening a door for Ed Norton or a Guy Pearce or even a Jeremy Strong. Not sure how that's going to go, but I think they may have gifted us a closer race than we were expecting. Supporting actress, it's Saldana and Grande, no shock for either one of these. Barbaro did make the cut. I don't think everyone predicted that she would. A lot of people thought Jamie Lee Curtis was going to get, and I kind of thought hers was a bit of a long shot. I think maybe she sprinted from being well back in the pack to maybe 6th or 7th at the end. Not enough to get in. Felicity Jones probably should be grateful that The Brutalist is Big Picture, and thus allowing her to get in. Directing. They're going with film instead of person, but really, Edward Berger missed out. I don't think he was a serious threat to win, though. Courtney Farget getting in is absolutely not a shock. I think it's either going to be Sean Baker or it's going to be Brady Corbett. Depending on how the AI goes, maybe Baker wins here now. That's a possibility. Maybe Corbett hangs on and wins that. I don't know. I gotta think Singular Vision probably carries him to the day, but we'll see how that goes. Adapted screenplay. Conclave has been a favorite with Amelia Perez sort of in second. I kind of think the Nickel Boys has a chance. Maybe it takes a page from American Fiction and Ramel Ross ends up getting the nod here. I think that's certainly a possibility as well. Original screenplay, I kind of think this is where Sean Baker is going to shine. I kind of thought Brady Corbett would split Best Picture, would split director and screenplay. And I think with Anora, I think they're going to give the nod to Baker here. But I think there's also a possibility that Farge ends up winning the whole thing for The Substance. Maybe that's the Singular Vision award for that one. International feature film, going largely with a European cast outside of I'm Still Here from Brazil. Straight out of nowhere, grabbing Best Picture. I think that opens the door. That's clearly now number 2 with a chance of maybe even overtaking Amelia Perez for this one. Flow is definitely not a huge shock. A Girl with a Needle, I kind of was a little surprised by that, but not completely floored because that's been in the mix for a little while anyway, as maybe top 7 or so. Animated feature film, the Big Five get in, no real shock. It's either going to be The Wild Robot or it's going to be Flow. One of those 2 films ends up winning the whole thing. Documentary feature. Okay, I think that's how you spell porcelain. Deadline, come on. La la. Anyway. Great. They only have 4 nominations for that one. Sag. Give me a second, I'll come up with it here. Okay, I think I know what it was. They didn't know how to spell soundtrack. Anyway, No Other Land has been winning this category for a while now, and I have a feeling that's probably how it's going to go when all is said and done here. So I wouldn't be shocked here. Film editing, I feel like Dune was the film that ended up missing here. I think it was pretty much going to be A to E. You know, how you come up with 5 of the nominations and everything. Wicked getting in as a surprise here. I think this may open the door this may now give him a path to win Best Picture. May. We'll see how that goes. Is it possible that Anora loses here, however? I mean, if they decide, Sean Baker, yeah, he has his own films. But, not necessarily, that doesn't necessarily lead to him winning. But maybe they go somewhere else for screenplay. I don't know. Those are questions that probably need to be answered before we reach the Oscar ceremony in early March. Cinematography, no real shock. I guess the only surprise here is Maria getting in, but that, of course, they had to have one sole nomination, and there you go. I'm really not sure how this is going to go. I kind of think maybe Dune 2 might get this one. I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. Production design. I think right now, production-wise, that's got to be either The Brutalist or Dune 2. Or Wicked. One of those 3 probably gets in there. Costume design. Look at the pretty costumes. And that door's probably either going to be Wicked probably has to be. I think Wicked has to be the favorite here at this point. Score. Let's see if there's any more unpleasant surprises. Okay, there isn't. Good, good. Yeah, Wild Robot getting in here is kind of a surprise to me. Usually they kind of shortlist basically short the animated films for anything beyond animated feature film. So the Wild Robot getting in 3 categories. Could have been 4 if they actually went with song, but 3 is plenty here. Will give them the edge over Flow. Although Flow does have a nomination in International Feature. We'll see how that goes. It didn't really help Flea that much when it was nominated for all 3 categories and ended up losing all 3. But hey, I think it gives you a leg up over a film that just has 1 nomination. Anyway, for score, probably it's going to be The Brutalist. Original song. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to be probably one of those from Amelia Perez, El Mal, probably. Nice to see Like a Bird showing up. Sing Sing didn't get Best Picture, but between that and Coma Domingo, they did get 2 nominations. That's 1 more than I kind of thought they'd get. I think Zero could have been a possibility as well. Diane Warren, of course, always getting nominated, always end up losing. She's basically the Susan Lucci of the Oscars at this point. Big surprise here is Elton John getting in for Never Too Late. I don't think this means he wins. Like I said, I think it's going to be probably either Amelia Perez tune. The shorts are always a crapshoot. I think the big surprise here for me is Aline and Last Ranger. The other 3, I think I did have up there. So yay. Animated short film. Magic Candy is coming in as a shock. Into Shadow the Cypress might be a surprise. I don't know. I may have had it at one point. I'm not sure I had it in the final nomination thing. So there's that. Documentary short. Like I said, it's all pretty much paint by numbers. I think I'm Ready Warden might be the favorite. Maybe it's Incident. It could go any direction here. Because, shorts are going to short at the end of the day. Okay. Makeup and... makeup and... Alright, let's do makeup and hairstyling. Alright, it's probably going to be The Substance, but I think Wicked does have a chance of spoiling that. Good to see a different man making the cut here. And it was a solid day for Nosferatu. It didn't get Best Picture, but it did get a bunch of minor nominations below the line, and that's definitely a solid win for that one. Even if it didn't get any of the big ones. You got, for sound, I kind of think it's either going to be Dune 2 or Wicked. That's how I've been reading the race so far, and I think that's how I'm probably going to stick with that. And finally, last but not least, visual effects. I kind of think Dune 2 probably has the best chance here. And it's kind of cute that they decided to abbreviate it so shortly here. Let me knock it back a little bit. Boom. There you go. All right. And there you have it, folks. This concludes my live reaction and analysis of the Academy Award races after the nomination. Tell me what films you think will probably win, and what films are you hoping for will win. Thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and spread the word. This is Tickets Please Reviews, and that booth is now closed.